Hello, welcome to episode 278. We're going to be using sort of the basic ideas from the last video, but GalSergey put a comment showing us how to link it to the player's health. So as the player gets more injured, the heartbeat's going to get faster and faster. So let's turn it on. There we go. It's nice and slow at the moment. I've got full health. Very slow. But as I damage myself, you'll notice it's going to get faster and faster. Even faster now. Let's do the cactus. There we go. Now I've got a fast heartbeat. I'm quite damaged. It's going quickly. And then if we heal, we go back to slow again. Okay, so we're in version 1.19, and thank you very much to GalSergey for popping a comment in the description of the last video. in the comments section, rather. He's not editing the descriptions. Very naughty. Let's get on and make it. Right, we'll start by setting up the objectives, like we normally do. Okay, so we'll have our setup, and I'm going to want a few different objectives, and then I'm going to want some constants as well. So let's have scoreboard, objectives, add. We'll have our timer, a dummy, okay, and it'll be quicker just to copy that. Scoreboard, add, and we'll have one called raw.health, and this will actually take the health from the player. Done, and then we'll have another one just called health. There we go, another one called health. And then we want a couple of constants. So scoreboard, players, set, beat, timer 4. So that's the gap between the two heartbeats. Done. And we'll have another one, scoreboard, players, set, we'll call it multiply, health 4. Okay, and that's a multiplier because we're going to use the health. So if we said, okay, they've got 20 health, then we're going to be playing the heartbeat once every second, and that's too much. So we're going to times it by 4. So if they've got full health, we'll be playing the heartbeat every 80 ticks, every 4 seconds. So that's a bit better. Okay, make sure we activate them. Let's pop down our controller. Get a lever on there. Okay, first we need to increment the timer, scoreboard, players, add, and we're going to do it for each player. Timer 1. Okay. And now what we better do is we better get the health from the player, so we will execute as all players, run scoreboard, players, operation, that player, their health equals their raw.health. Okay, next one. Now we'll apply the multiplier. Execute as all players. Run scoreboard, players, operation, at that player, their health score times equals the multiply health score. So now that's where we're timesing it by 4, or whatever value you decided to pick. So increment the timer, grab their health, multiply the health to make it higher. Now it could still go too low, so let's put a cap on it. So we don't want to go too low, so we'll execute as all players, if score for that player health matches, so I'll put the 0 in there as well, 0 to 20, that's the same. I just like doing that because it makes it very easy to see. 0 to 20. Run scoreboard players set their health to 20. Right, so after our multiplication, if it's less than 20, we'll set it to 20. Otherwise our heartbeat's going to end up going, which is just going to be crazy. Done. Now we will play the first sound, and we're going to play the first sound at the beginning of the loop. So it'll go 1 tick, 2 ticks, 3 ticks, and what did we put for beat? We put 4. So on the 4th tick it will play the first beat. So let's do that one. Or actually on the 4th tick it will play the second beat. Execute as all players if score for that player timer equals beat timer, run it at the player, run, play sound, block, note block. Remember how this is misspelt for bass drum. Bass drum played on the master channel, play it for that player. Bump, bump, bump. Let's put 1, 0.5, 0. Okay. Actually, we might want to put 1 there. Let's try it with 1. Because we're playing it at each individual player anyway. So we don't want it to fade as they walk away. Okay, so that should give us 1 beat at the beginning. Now we want to reset the timer if it equals the health and play the first beat. So it'll sort of be going along here and you're going beat, 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 beat. That's what we're going to have. So we will execute as all players if their score is greater than or equal, if their score, well, whose score and which score? If the score for that player's timer is greater than or equal to that player's health, run it at the player, we will store success as a score at S, timer, run. So if the command we put here is successful, we'll store a 1 in a timer, effectively resetting it. If it's unsuccessful, we'll store a 0, which basically resets it as well. And here we will play the other sound, or the same sound, but another one of them. Block, note block, bass drum. A little bit of brain freeze there, where I forget what it was. Play it on the master. So all players. Oh, no, sorry, to the player we're targeting at the moment. At that player, 1, 0.5, 1. Now I think we're done. Okay, let's get ourselves a way to damage ourselves. Damage. Effect. Give nearest player instant damage, 1 second, no amplifier, hide the particles. I'm going to copy that. And I'll put another block down. Heal. Done. Instant health. Amplifier 10, so we just heal ourselves completely. Let's find a way of doing a little bit of a damage at a time as well. I think probably just a cactus will do. We could just rub against a cactus. Okay, right. Let's clear all that stuff out of the way. Let's clear the chat, F3 and D. Let's make sure that that's pressed. Let's turn it on. Now, it's going too fast at the moment. I think I have a leftover value. I reckon game mode survival. Have I left myself with no health? No, let's heal. There we go, that's a reset. So it's going nice and slowly. Sounds good. Now as we take more damage, it should speed up. Take a bit more damage. That's going faster. I think we get away with one more. Yeah, and that's the fastest it's going to go, I think. Yep, there we go. Should I risk? Won't go any faster because we've capped it at 20. But now we can heal, and it slows back down again. Okay, now you might find the sound doesn't play straight away the first time because the health objective updates when you take damage. So the player might have to take damage before the heartbeat will start kicking in. All right, there we go. That's how we link our heartbeat sound to the player's health. Thank you very much, GalSergey, for popping that one in the comments of the last video. Bye-bye.